The night has settled gently across the mountain valley, covering the land in a deep and peaceful stillness. A soft layer of snow rests quietly on rooftops, trees, and the empty streets of the small mountain town where your journey is about to begin. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the faint scent of pine trees and distant wood smoke drifting from quiet chimneys. Above you, the sky stretches wide and clear, filled with countless stars shining softly like scattered lanterns across the dark velvet night. The moon hangs low, glowing with a pale silver light that reflects gently across the snow-covered ground, making the entire town shimmer faintly under its glow. You stand near the small railway station at the edge of town. The station is calm and nearly silent, illuminated only by a few warm lanterns hanging beneath the wooden roof. Their golden light spills onto the snow, creating soft pools of warmth against the cool blue tones of the winter night. The station itself feels timeless. Wooden benches rest quietly along the platform, their surfaces lightly dusted with snow. Frost patterns decorate the tall windows of the station building, forming delicate shapes that sparkle softly when the lantern light touches them. In the distance, you hear it. A deep, low hum vibrates gently through the quiet air. It is steady and calm, growing slowly louder with each passing moment. Soon, the distant sound blends into the soft, rhythmic rolling of steel wheels moving along frozen tracks. The midnight train is arriving. A faint glow appears far down the railway line, moving slowly closer. The light grows brighter as the train approaches, casting long silver reflections across the snow-covered tracks. The gentle mechanical rhythm of the engine feels steady and comforting, almost like the slow and relaxed beat of a resting heart. As the train nears the station, steam rises softly from the engine, drifting upward into the cold night air like quiet clouds. The train slows gradually, its wheels producing a calm and steady whisper against the rails. The motion is smooth and unhurried, as though the train itself understands the peaceful mood of the night. Finally, the train comes to a gentle stop in front of the platform. Its windows glow warmly from the soft interior lighting, inviting and calm. Snowflakes drift lazily through the air, landing softly along the polished metal sides of the train, where they melt slowly under the warmth of the engine. The doors open with a quiet, gentle sound. A warm wave of air drifts outward, carrying the faint scent of polished wood, soft fabric seats, and a subtle hint of tea brewing somewhere inside. The welcoming warmth contrasts beautifully with the crisp mountain air outside, making the train feel like a moving sanctuary waiting patiently for its passengers. You step forward slowly, your boots pressing softly into the fresh snow covering the platform. Each step feels calm and steady, leaving clear footprints behind you that quickly begin filling with falling snowflakes. The conductor stands near the entrance, dressed in a dark, neatly pressed uniform. His presence feels calm and reassuring, like someone who has guided countless peaceful night journeys before this one. He nods quietly as you approach, offering a gentle smile without breaking the tranquil silence of the station. You step onto the train. The moment you enter, a soothing warmth surrounds you. The interior lighting is soft and golden, glowing gently against polished wooden walls and smooth brass fixtures that reflect the light with quiet elegance. The train interior feels peaceful and comfortable, designed to encourage rest and calm reflection. The gentle hum of the engine vibrates faintly beneath your feet, creating a subtle rhythm that feels steady and relaxing. The sound blends perfectly with the distant whisper of snow falling outside, forming a quiet harmony of motion and stillness. The aisle stretches calmly through the train car, lined with wide windows that reveal the dark, snowy landscape outside. The seats are spacious and inviting, covered in soft fabric that looks warm and comfortable. Small reading lamps rest beside each seat, glowing with a gentle amber light that feels soothing to the eyes. You walk slowly down the aisle, your movements unhurried. The train feels nearly empty, adding to the peaceful solitude of the journey. Occasionally, you pass a quiet passenger already resting in their seat, wrapped in blankets or gazing softly out the window at the drifting snowfall. You find your seat beside a large window. The seat welcomes you with comforting softness as you settle into it. A warm blanket rests neatly folded beside you, along with a small pillow that feels perfectly shaped for quiet relaxation. You gently pull the blanket across your lap, feeling its warmth spread slowly through your body. Outside the window, snow continues to fall in slow, drifting patterns. The station lanterns glow softly through the falling flakes, creating golden halos of light that shimmer gently in the night air. A soft bell rings somewhere within the train, signaling departure. The doors close quietly. For a moment, everything becomes still. The train pauses as if taking a slow, calm breath before beginning its journey through the mountains. Then, almost imperceptibly, the train begins to move. The wheels roll forward with a smooth and steady rhythm, gliding gently along the frozen tracks. The station slowly drifts backward outside your window, its warm lantern lights fading gradually into the snowy distance. The town disappears quietly behind you. The train continues forward, entering the wide, open valley that leads toward the towering mountain ranges, waiting beneath the star-filled sky. Snow-covered pine forests stretch endlessly across the landscape, their tall silhouettes standing peacefully under the moonlight. The steady motion of the train creates a calming rhythm beneath you. The gentle rocking of the carriage feels soothing, like being slowly cradled by the quiet movement of the night itself. Inside the train, the soft lighting remains warm and comforting. The faint hum of the engine blends perfectly with the rhythmic rolling of the wheels, creating a peaceful lullaby of sound that fills the carriage with deep relaxation. You lean back into your seat, watching the snow-covered world glide silently past the window. The mountains begin to rise slowly in the distance, their peaks glowing faintly under the silver moonlight. The midnight journey has begun, and as the train carries you deeper into the quiet mountain wilderness, the peaceful rhythm of travel gently invites your body and mind to rest, relax, and drift slowly towards sleep. The train moves steadily forward, carrying you deeper into the quiet heart of the mountains. Outside the window, the open valley slowly fades away, replaced by rising slopes and tall pine trees standing close together, their branches heavy with snow. The world feels more enclosed now, more intimate, as if the mountains are gently drawing the train into their calm embrace. The rhythm of the wheels becomes even more soothing as the tracks begin to curve softly. Each gentle turn feels smooth and unhurried, creating a slow rocking motion that travels through the carriage and into your body. It is a comforting motion, one that encourages your breathing to slow and deepen without effort. Snow continues to fall, but here in the mountain pass it seems finer, lighter, drifting almost sideways as the train glides through it. The flakes catch the moonlight briefly before disappearing into the darkness, like tiny sparks fading as soon as they appear. Inside the carriage, everything remains quiet and warm. The soft golden lights reflect gently off the polished wood panels, creating a calm glow that feels steady and reassuring. Somewhere farther down the train, you hear the faint clink of porcelain, perhaps a cup being placed carefully onto a saucer. The sound is distant and muted, blending naturally into the peaceful atmosphere. You shift slightly in your seat, feeling the fabric beneath you adjust comfortably. The blanket across your lap feels warmer now, as if it has slowly absorbed the gentle heat of the carriage. You rest your head lightly against the seat, letting your gaze soften as you look out through the wide window. The mountains rise higher on either side of the track. Dark stone faces emerge from beneath thick layers of snow, their shapes softened by time and winter. Tall pines grow along the slopes, their tips swaying gently in the faint mountain wind. Everything outside feels ancient and patient, as though these mountains have watched countless quiet journeys pass through their valleys. The train enters a narrow section of the pass. Here the sound changes slightly. The wheels echo faintly as the track runs between rock walls, creating a deeper, more enveloping rhythm. It is not loud or sharp, but smooth and resonant, like a low, steady hum that fills the night air. For a brief moment, the moon disappears behind the mountain peaks. The world outside darkens, illuminated only by the train's soft interior light reflecting on the glass. Your own reflection appears faintly in the window, calm and relaxed, wrapped in warmth and stillness. Then slowly the moon returns. It rises above the ridgeline, casting a gentle silver glow across the snow-covered rocks and trees. Shadows stretch long and quiet across the slopes, moving slowly as the train continues its peaceful ascent. The conductor passes through the carriage without sound, his steps measured and gentle. He moves as though he understands the importance of this silence, careful not to disturb the restful atmosphere. As he passes, you notice the faint scent of clean fabric and cold night air lingering, briefly before fading again. The train climbs higher. The air outside appears clearer now, the stars brighter and sharper against the deep night sky. Through breaks in the trees, you catch glimpses of distant peaks rising beyond the pass, their outlines glowing softly beneath starlight and moonlight combined. The steady movement of the train feels hypnotic. Each gentle sway aligns perfectly with your breathing. Inhale, exhale. The rhythm continues effortlessly. Your shoulders feel looser. Your hands rest comfortably, heavy and relaxed beneath the blanket. Somewhere deep within the train, the engine maintains its calm, unwavering pace. It does not rush. It does not strain. It moves with quiet confidence, guiding the train smoothly through the mountain pass as though following a path it knows by heart. Outside, a frozen stream appears briefly alongside the tracks. Its surface glows faintly under the moonlight, winding silently through the snow like a ribbon of pale silver. The water beneath the ice moves slowly, unseen but steady, mirroring the train's quiet progress through the night. As the train passes deeper into the pass, the snowfall becomes lighter, almost disappearing. The sky opens up between the mountain walls, revealing an endless field of stars. They seem closer here, brighter, as if the higher elevation has brought you nearer to them. You feel a deep sense of calm settle over you. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. The train carries you forward without effort, holding you gently within its warm, steady motion. The sound of the wheels becomes softer again as the track straightens. The mountains slowly widen apart, allowing the train to glide into a broader stretch of wilderness beyond the narrow pass. The deep mountain pass lies behind you now. Ahead, the journey continues into even quieter, higher terrain, where the night feels vast and peaceful, and sleep feels closer with every passing moment. Your eyelids grow heavier, responding naturally to the steady rhythm, the warmth, and the gentle motion surrounding you. The midnight train continues onward, carrying you smoothly through the mountains, deeper into rest, deeper into calm. The train continues its steady climb, now moving along tracks that rest high above the sleeping valleys below. The ascent is gentle, almost unnoticeable, yet the view outside the window slowly transforms. The trees thin out and the land opens wide, revealing vast stretches of snow-covered terrain unfolding quietly beneath the night sky. Far below, the valleys rest in complete stillness. Small clusters of lights glow faintly in the distance, marking quiet villages tucked safely between the mountains. Each light feels soft and distant, like a memory rather than something present. The people below are already asleep, wrapped in warmth and silence, unaware of the midnight train gliding peacefully above them. The window beside you feels cool to the touch as you rest your hand gently against the glass. Outside, the moonlight spills across rolling snowfields, turning them into smooth, glowing waves of silver and pale blue. Shadows drift slowly as the train moves forward, stretching and fading in a calm, unhurried dance. Inside the carriage, the atmosphere grows even quieter. The soft lighting dims slightly, as if the train itself is preparing for deeper rest. The gentle hum of the engine remains constant, steady and reassuring. The wheels continue their rhythmic song against the rails, a slow and even pattern that feels perfectly balanced. You shift comfortably, allowing your body to sink deeper into the seat. The blanket feels heavier now, not with weight but with warmth. It rests across you like a calm presence, encouraging stillness and ease. Your breathing slows naturally. In, out. Each breath flows easily, matching the gentle sway of the carriage. The movement feels like being rocked by a calm sea, smooth and predictable, carrying you forward without effort. The train passes over a long, graceful bridge. Below it, a wide, frozen river winds through the valley, its surface reflecting the moon like polished glass. The bridge hums softly beneath the train, producing a low, resonant sound that vibrates gently through the floor and up into your seat. The sensation is grounding and comforting, like a deep, steady heartbeat beneath you. As the bridge fades behind, the track curves slowly along the mountainside. Here the view stretches endlessly. Snow-covered ridges roll away into the distance, layered one behind another until they disappear into the horizon. The sky feels enormous. Stars fill every corner of it, shining clearly and calmly. Some glow brighter than others, while faint constellations drift quietly overhead. The higher elevation makes the night feel closer, more intimate, as if the sky itself has leaned in to watch over the passing train. A soft reflection of the carriage lights glides across the window as you blink slowly. Your eyes feel relaxed, heavy in a pleasant way. There is no pressure to close them, yet they seem to soften on their own, resting more with each passing moment. The train maintains its peaceful pace. It does not rush through the mountains. It moves with patience and care, respecting the stillness of the sleeping world around it. The engine's sound remains low and steady, blending seamlessly with the quiet night air outside. You notice the faintest vibration beneath your feet, a reminder of motion, of travel. Yet it feels distant, gentle, never intrusive. The carriage feels stable and secure, like a warm cocoon moving silently through the cold night. Outside, the valleys grow deeper. The lights disappear completely now, leaving only darkness and moonlit snow. Everything feels untouched, pristine, as though the night has carefully preserved this moment just for you. A sense of timelessness settles in. There's no schedule to follow, no destination to worry about. The journey itself is enough. The steady movement, the quiet views, the warmth surrounding you. Everything works together to ease your thoughts into stillness. Your hands rest loosely, heavy and relaxed. Your shoulders sink just a little lower. The gentle rocking continues, smooth and repetitive, like a lullaby without words. Somewhere farther down the train, a door closes softly. The sound is muted, almost dreamlike, fading quickly back into silence. The carriage returns to its peaceful hush. The mountains continue to glide past. Their peaks rise high above, glowing faintly under the moon. Snow drifts slowly along the slopes, moved by a soft wind you cannot feel inside the warm train. Everything outside feels slow and graceful, perfectly matched to the rhythm of the journey. Your eyelids flutter briefly, then rest again. The world narrows gently to the sound of the train, the warmth of the seat, and the calm rhythm of your breath. Thoughts become quieter, stretching farther apart, leaving more space between them. The midnight train carries you onward, high above the sleeping valleys, deeper into the mountains, deeper into rest. And as the stars continue to shine silently overhead, sleep draws closer, soft, patient, and peaceful, waiting for you to drift gently into it. Carried by the quiet motion of the train through the night, the train moves onward, now nearing the highest point of its journey through the mountains. The air outside appears thinner and clearer, and the world beyond the window feels wider, quieter, and more remote. Snow begins to fall again, gently at first, drifting slowly downward in wide, unhurried patterns. Each snowflake catches the light for a brief moment before fading into the darkness. The train does not slow. It glides forward with calm confidence, as though it has crossed this summit countless times before and knows every curve of the track by heart. The engine's low hum remains steady, smooth, and reassuring, a constant presence beneath the stillness of the night. Inside the carriage, the warmth feels deeper now. The soft lights glow gently above, casting long, peaceful shadows along the walls and floor. The polished wood panels reflect the light faintly, creating a cocoon-like atmosphere that feels safe and comforting. The world outside may be cold and vast, but here, everything is calm and contained. You sink further into your seat. The blanket rests securely around you, its warmth spreading slowly, easing any remaining tension from your body. Your legs feel heavy and relaxed. Your arms rest easily at your sides. Even your thoughts seem to soften, losing their edges, becoming slower and quieter. Outside the window, the summit appears. The land rises gently on either side of the track, covered in untouched snow that glows softly beneath the moon. The peaks here are rounded and smooth, shaped by endless winters and patient winds. Everything looks still, as if the entire mountain is resting. Snowfall thickens slightly. The flakes move lazily, swirling in gentle arcs as the train passes through them. They brush against the glass without sound, leaving faint trails that disappear almost immediately. The motion is mesmerizing, repetitive, soothing. The train reaches the summit without ceremony. There is no sudden change, no announcement, no sound to mark the moment. The transition is subtle, almost imperceptible, as the track levels briefly before beginning its slow descent into another quiet stretch of wilderness beyond the peak. You feel it more than you see it. The gentle pull of motion shifts slightly, creating an even smoother rocking sensation. The descent feels effortless, like drifting downward on a calm breath. Your breathing follows naturally. In, out. Each breath is slow and full, requiring no thought, no effort. The rhythm of the train supports it perfectly, guiding your body toward deeper relaxation. Beyond the summit, the snowfall begins to thin again. The clouds part slowly, revealing a sky filled with stars brighter than before. The moon appears larger here, glowing softly above the distant ridgelines. Its light spills across the snowfields, creating a quiet shimmer that moves gently as the train continues forward. The mountains beyond feel different. They are broader, more open, with wide valleys stretching quietly into the distance. No lights appear below, no signs of waking life. Only snow, shadow, and moonlight remain, untouched and serene. Inside the carriage, silence deepens. Even the faint sounds of movement seem to fade, leaving only the steady, familiar rhythm of wheels on rails and the soft hum of the engine. These sounds blend together into something almost musical, a continuous calming tone that fills the space without demanding attention. Your eyelids grow heavier. They rest halfway closed now, opening only briefly before drifting down again. The effort to keep them open feels unnecessary, unimportant. The world beyond the window blurs softly, blending snow, sky, and shadow into a gentle wash of light and dark. Your mind follows. Thoughts slow, stretching farther apart. Moments of stillness grow longer. The journey becomes less about where you're going and more about the sensation of being carried, supported, and held within the steady motion of the train. The midnight train continues its descent. The track curves gently, guiding the carriage through wide, open slopes and along quiet ridgelines. Snow-covered pines reappear gradually, standing tall and silent as the train passes. Their branches move slightly in the faint wind, releasing small showers of snow that drift downward and disappear. You barely notice. Everything feels distant, soft, and calm. The warmth of the carriage, the steady motion, and the quiet sounds create a perfect balance, inviting rest without force or urgency. Your body responds naturally. Muscles loosen, shoulders settle, your jaw relaxes. Even your breathing becomes slower, deeper, more even. The midnight train moves on through the mountains beyond the summit, carrying you gently downward, deeper into the quiet night. Sleep draws closer now, not suddenly, not dramatically, but patiently, like the snowfall outside, arriving softly, one peaceful moment at a time. The train continues its gentle descent, moving smoothly from the open highlands into a quieter, more sheltered world. Outside the window, the landscape slowly changes once again. Wide snowfields give way to dense forests, where tall pine and fir trees stand close together, their branches layered thick with fresh snow. The forest feels deep and hushed. Moonlight filters softly through the trees, breaking into pale silver beams that drift across the snow-covered ground. As the train passes, shadows slide slowly between the trunks, stretching and fading in a calm, steady rhythm. Everything moves without sound, as if the forest itself is careful not to disturb the night. Inside the carriage, the warmth remains constant. The gentle rocking of the train feels smoother now, slower somehow, as if the descent has softened the motion even further. Each curve of the track is gradual, each turn unhurried. The wheels sing quietly against the rails, a low, even tone that blends perfectly with the distant hush of the sleeping forest. You rest deeper into your seat. Your body feels heavy in the most comforting way, supported fully with nothing left to hold or carry. The blanket rests securely over you, warm and familiar. Your hands are still. Your breathing is slow and easy, rising and falling without effort. Outside, snow begins to fall again. This time, it is gentler than before. The flakes drift straight downward, unbothered by wind, landing softly on the forest floor and the tops of branches. They glow briefly as they pass through the moonlight, then disappear into shadow. The train glides through this quiet snowfall as if floating. The windows remain clear, offering a perfect view of the forest as it unfolds slowly beside you. Tree after tree passes by, each one similar yet unique, their forms softened by snow and darkness. The repetition is soothing, predictable, and deeply calming. Somewhere ahead, a narrow clearing opens. For a brief moment, the trees part, revealing a frozen meadow bathed in moonlight. The snow there is untouched, smooth and bright, stretching out like a white blanket beneath the stars. The moment passes gently as the forest closes in again, returning the world to its quiet, sheltered stillness. Inside the train, the lights glow steadily. They feel slightly dimmer now, or perhaps your eyes are simply more relaxed. The soft golden tones blur gently at the edges, creating a calm haze that makes everything feel dreamlike and distant. You blink slowly. Each blink lasts a moment longer than the last. The effort to open your eyes again feels optional, unnecessary. The world continues whether you watch it or not, carried forward by the steady motion of the train. The forest grows denser. Trees stand closer to the track here, their snow-covered branches forming a quiet corridor through which the train passes. Occasionally, a branch bends under the weight of snow, releasing a soft cascade that falls silently to the ground. The train does not disturb the forest. It moves respectfully, smoothly, as though it is a guest passing through a sacred sleeping place. The engine's sound remains low and gentle, never breaking the peace. Your breathing deepens. In, out. Each breath flows easily, guided by the rhythm beneath you. Your chest rises and falls slowly. Your thoughts drift, becoming softer, less defined, like clouds dissolving into the night sky. The gentle descent continues. The track straightens for a while and the rocking becomes almost imperceptible. The train feels as steady as the earth itself, carrying you forward with unwavering calm. Outside, the forest seems endless. Tall trees pass one by one, their shapes repeating in a soothing pattern. Snow blankets everything, muting sound and movement. The night feels thick with quiet, wrapped around the train like a soft layer of protection. Your eyelids rest mostly closed now. Light still reaches you through the window, through the soft glow of the carriage, but it feels distant, unimportant. The sensations that matter most are inside. The warmth, the steady motion, the calm rhythm of breath and wheels. Time begins to lose its shape. Minutes stretch gently, moments blur together. There is no sense of hurry, no sense of waiting. Only the continuous, peaceful now. The midnight train moves deeper into the forest, descending slowly, smoothly, carrying you farther from wakefulness and closer to rest. Sleep approaches like the quiet trees outside, patient, steady, and kind, surrounding you gently as the train continues its calm journey through the mountains and into the night. The train continues its quiet descent through the deep forest, gliding smoothly along the snow-lined tracks. Outside, the trees grow even taller, their dark trunks rising like silent pillars beneath the soft glow of the moon. Snow still falls lightly, though now it feels slower, calmer, drifting gently through the still mountain air. Inside the carriage, the atmosphere becomes softer, more hushed, as if the night itself has settled within the walls of the train. The lights above glow with a gentle amber warmth, dim enough to feel restful but bright enough to create a comforting glow. The polished wood panels reflect the light faintly, their surfaces smooth and familiar, creating a quiet sense of shelter from the cold world outside. You rest quietly in your seat, wrapped in the steady warmth of the blanket. Your body feels fully relaxed now, supported by the soft cushioning beneath you. The gentle rocking of the train has become almost invisible, blending so naturally with your breathing that it feels like part of you. You glance toward the window again. The darkness outside has deepened. The snowfall has become thinner, fading into occasional drifting flakes that pass through the moonlight before disappearing. The forest remains dense, but its details soften as your eyes grow heavier. The window begins to change. Instead of showing only the forest outside, it now reflects the interior of the carriage, the warm glow of the lights, the soft shape of your seat, and your own calm silhouette appear faintly across the glass. The reflection is gentle and slightly blurred, as if seen through a peaceful dream. You watch it quietly. Your reflection appears relaxed, still, and calm. The faint rise and fall of your breathing moves slowly, almost rhythmically, mirrored softly in the glass. The outside world and the inside world seem to blend together, the dark forest and the warm carriage merging into one peaceful scene. The wheels continue their steady rhythm beneath you. Click, hum, click, hum. The pattern repeats endlessly, never hurried, never uneven. The sound becomes softer the longer you listen, fading into the background of your awareness like a distant lullaby that continues even when you stop noticing it. The train curves gently again, following the natural shape of the mountain. The movement is smooth, causing the reflections in the window to shift slowly, like calm water disturbed only by a faint breeze. You blink slowly, your eyes resting closed for a moment longer this time. When they open again, the reflection appears even softer, the edges more blurred, the details less important. Your thoughts drift quietly, they appear and fade without effort, like snowflakes melting as soon as they land. There is no need to hold on to them, no need to follow them. The steady motion of the train carries them away naturally. The forest outside grows darker still. Only the tallest treetops catch the moonlight now, glowing faintly above the shadowed ground. Occasionally, the train passes a small clearing where the snow shines brightly for a moment before the trees close in again, returning the world to its calm darkness. Inside the carriage, silence deepens further. Even the distant sounds from other compartments seem to disappear. The entire train feels wrapped in a shared stillness, as if every passenger has settled into their own quiet rest, carried together through the mountains by the gentle motion of the midnight train. Your shoulders sink slightly lower into the seat. Your hands rest heavier beneath the blanket. Your breathing slows, each inhale soft and full, each exhale long and easy. The rhythm feels natural, effortless, perfectly aligned with the steady movement beneath you. The reflection in the window becomes less distinct. Your silhouette fades into the warm glow behind you, blending with the soft lights and shadows of the carriage. Outside, the forest passes quietly, its shapes merging into smooth patterns of dark and silver. Time feels distant now. Moments stretch peacefully, unmeasured and unimportant. The journey continues, but there's no need to mark its progress. The train carries you forward without thought, without effort, through the calm night wilderness. Your eyelids grow heavier again, They close gently, opening only halfway before drifting shut once more. The warmth around you feels deeper, like a soft cocoon of comfort and stillness. The steady hum of the engine and the quiet rhythm of the rails continue to guide you toward deeper rest. The midnight train moves on through the sleeping forest, its path certain and calm, its motion smooth and unwavering. And as your reflection fades into the darkened window, your mind and body drift closer to sleep, carried gently by the peaceful journey through the mountains and into the quiet heart of the night. The train continues its quiet descent through the deep forest, gliding smoothly along the snow-lined tracks. Outside, the trees grow even taller, their dark trunks rising like silent pillars beneath the soft glow of the moon. Snow still falls lightly, though now it feels slower, calmer, drifting gently through the still mountain air. Inside the carriage, the atmosphere becomes softer, more hushed, as if the night itself has settled within the walls of the train. The lights above glow with a gentle amber warmth, dim enough to feel restful but bright enough to create a comforting glow. The polished wood panels reflect the light faintly, their surfaces smooth and familiar, creating a quiet sense of shelter from the cold world outside. You rest quietly in your seat, wrapped in the steady warmth of the blanket. Your body feels fully relaxed now, supported by the soft cushioning beneath you. The gentle rocking of the train has become almost invisible, blending so naturally with your breathing that it feels like part of you. You glance toward the window again. The darkness outside has deepened. The snowfall has become thinner, fading into occasional drifting flakes that pass through the moonlight before disappearing. The forest remains dense, but its details soften as your eyes grow heavier. The window begins to change. Instead of showing only the forest outside, it now reflects the interior of the carriage. The warm glow of the lights, the soft shape of your seat, and your own calm silhouette appear faintly across the glass. The reflection is gentle and slightly blurred, as if seen through a peaceful dream. You watch it quietly. Your reflection appears relaxed, still, and calm. The faint rise and fall of your breathing moves slowly, almost rhythmically, mirrored softly in the glass. The outside world and the inside world seem to blend together, the dark forest and the warm carriage merging into one peaceful scene. The wheels continue their steady rhythm beneath you. Click, hum, click, hum. The pattern repeats endlessly, never hurried, never uneven. The sound becomes softer the longer you listen, fading into the background of your awareness like a distant lullaby that continues even when you stop noticing it. The train curves gently again, following the natural shape of the mountain. The movement is smooth, causing the reflections in the window to shift slowly like calm water disturbed only by a faint breeze. You blink slowly, your eyes resting closed for a moment longer this time. When they open again, the reflection appears even softer, the edges more blurred, the details less important. Your thoughts drift quietly. They appear and fade without effort, like snowflakes melting as soon as they land. There is no need to hold on to them, no need to follow them. The steady motion of the train carries them away naturally. The forest outside grows darker still. Only the tallest treetops catch the moonlight now, glowing faintly above the shadowed ground. Occasionally, the train passes a small clearing where the snow shines brightly for a moment, before the trees close in again, returning the world to its calm darkness. Inside the carriage, silence deepens further. Even the distant sounds from other compartments seem to disappear. The entire train feels wrapped in a shared stillness, as if every passenger has settled into their own quiet rest, carried together through the mountains by the gentle motion of the midnight train. Your shoulders sink slightly lower into the seat. Your hands rest heavier beneath the blanket. Your breathing slows, each inhale soft and full, each exhale long and easy. The rhythm feels natural, effortless, perfectly aligned with the steady movement beneath you. The reflection in the window becomes less distinct. Your silhouette fades into the warm glow behind you, blending with the soft lights and shadows of the carriage. Outside, the forest passes quietly, its shapes merging into smooth patterns of dark and silver. Time feels distant now. Moments stretch peacefully, unmeasured and unimportant. The journey continues, but there's no need to mark its progress. The train carries you forward without thought, without effort, through the calm night wilderness. Your eyelids grow heavier again. They close gently, opening only halfway before drifting shut once more. The warmth around you feels deeper, like a soft cocoon of comfort and stillness. The steady hum of the engine and the quiet rhythm of the rails continue to guide you toward deeper rest. The midnight train moves on through the sleepy, certain and calm, its motion smooth and unwavering. And as your reflection fades into the darkened window, your mind and body drift closer to sleep, carried gently by the peaceful journey through the mountains and into the quiet heart of the night. The train moves gently onward, leaving the wide river valley behind as it glides once more into rolling foothills. The mountains here feel softer, their slopes rounded and calm, shaped by time and countless winters. Snow blankets everything evenly, smoothing the land into quiet curves beneath the moonlight. Outside the window, a faint glow appears in the distance. At first, it is barely noticeable, just a soft warmth against the cool darkness of the night. As the train continues forward, the glow slowly takes shape, revealing a small mountain village resting peacefully in the valley below. The village sleeps. Snow-covered rooftops reflect the moonlight faintly, their edges softened by thick layers of white. Chimneys rise quietly into the cold air, some releasing thin threads of smoke that drift upward and vanish into the night sky. Lanterns hang near doorways and along narrow streets, casting gentle golden pools of light onto the snow. The train slows slightly as it approaches. The motion becomes even smoother, the rocking softer, as if the train itself is being careful not to disturb the sleeping village. The engine hum remains low and steady, barely audible, blending seamlessly with the quiet of the night. Inside the carriage, the atmosphere feels especially peaceful. The warm lights glow gently above, reflecting softly on the windows. The air feels still and calm, as though time itself has slowed to match the quiet rhythm of the village below. You look out through the window, your eyes half closed, watching the village pass slowly by. Narrow streets wind between small wooden houses, their windows dark or glowing faintly from within. Snow rests undisturbed on fences, steps, and rooftops, creating a sense of deep stillness. Everything feels safe, sheltered, and calm. A small station appears briefly along the track. It is quiet and empty, lit by a single lantern beneath its wooden roof. No one waits on the platform. The bench stands untouched, lightly dusted with snow. The train does not stop, gliding past smoothly, leaving the station behind without a sound. Beyond the village, the land opens gently again. Fields stretch quietly beneath the moonlight, their boundaries softened by snow. Low stone walls appear and disappear as the train moves forward, their shapes barely visible beneath the white covering. Inside, the warmth continues to hold you. The blanket feels perfectly settled, its weight comforting and familiar. Your body feels deeply relaxed now, as though it has completely let go. Your breathing is slow even and effortless, each breath flowing naturally into the next. Your eyelids rest fully closed for longer moments now. When they open, the world outside seems distant, almost unreal, like a dream passing gently through your awareness. The soft lights of the village fade slowly into the distance, replaced once more by quiet darkness and moonlit snow. The train begins to move slightly faster again, returning to its steady, unhurried pace. The foothills rise gently around you, guiding the track through wide curves and shallow valleys. Snow-covered trees appear again, scattered and sparse, allowing the moonlight to reach the ground freely. Inside the carriage, the sounds remain soft and constant. The low hum of the engine, the gentle rhythm of wheels on rails, the faint creak of the carriage as it moves. Together they form a soothing pattern that requires no attention, no effort to follow. Your mind drifts freely, floating between moments of awareness and rest. Time becomes softer. There is no clear sense of how long you have been traveling or how much farther the journey will take you. The train continues, steady and calm, carrying you gently through the sleeping mountains. Your body responds fully now. Muscles are loose, shoulders are settled. Breathing is deep and slow. The warmth around you feels like a quiet promise of rest. The motion beneath you feels safe and reliable, guiding you smoothly forward. The midnight train leaves the sleeping mountain village behind, its lantern lights fading into the snow-covered distance. Ahead lies more quiet wilderness, more stillness, more calm. And as the night deepens and the train continues its peaceful journey, sleep draws nearer than ever, soft, gentle, and welcoming, waiting just beyond the edge of your awareness. The train continues its gentle journey deeper into the mountains, gliding smoothly across the snow-covered rails as the night settles into its quiet rhythm. The steady hum of the engine blends with the soft, repetitive clatter of the wheels beneath you, creating a peaceful melody that feels both grounding and hypnotic. Inside the warm carriage, the lights remain dim, casting a golden glow across the polished wooden panels and soft fabric seats. You remain comfortably settled in your seat, wrapped in a blanket that holds the lingering warmth of the carriage. The window beside you reflects the faint outline of your relaxed expression, layered gently over the vast, snowy wilderness stretching endlessly beyond the glass. Outside, the moon has climbed higher into the sky, shining with a calm, silvery light that spreads across the mountains and valleys like a quiet blessing. The train passes through a long stretch of untouched landscape where no villages or stations interrupt the stillness. Towering mountain peaks stand like silent guardians beneath the starlit sky, their snowy slopes glowing faintly under the moonlight. Dense pine forests blanket the lower hills, their branches heavy with fresh snow that glistens softly as the train moves past. You notice how the outside world feels distant and peaceful, as though time itself has slowed to match the steady rhythm of the train. Each gentle sway of the carriage encourages your muscles to loosen further, allowing tension to drift away with every passing mile. The quiet hum beneath you becomes a steady anchor, guiding your breathing into a slow, comfortable pattern. The warmth of the carriage contrasts beautifully with the cold stillness beyond the window. Occasionally, faint frost patterns form along the edges of the glass, creating delicate shapes that resemble tiny frozen feathers. They shimmer briefly in the soft interior light before slowly fading as the train continues forward. Somewhere in the distance, a frozen river winds through the valley below. The moonlight reflects faintly across its icy surface, creating a pale ribbon that weaves between clusters of trees and snow-covered rocks. The train crosses a tall bridge spanning the river, and for a moment, the gentle echo of the wheels changes, becoming slightly hollow and deeper, like a quiet drum beat beneath your feet. You feel the subtle vibration through the floor of the carriage, a sensation that feels strangely comforting, like a distant heartbeat, echoing through the metal frame of the train. It reminds you that even in this quiet isolation, the journey continues steadily, safely carrying you forward through the sleeping wilderness. Inside the carriage, everything remains calm. A faint aroma of warm tea lingers in the air, blending softly with the natural scent of polished wood and clean linen. Somewhere farther down the train, you can hear the soft clink of cups being placed gently onto trays, followed by the muted footsteps of a conductor walking quietly through the corridor, careful not to disturb the peaceful passengers resting inside. The steady movement of the train begins to feel timeless, as though the journey has no urgency, only a calm and reassuring purpose. The world outside remains wrapped in deep, velvety darkness, illuminated only by the moon and scattered stars that sparkle faintly above the mountains. Your eyelids grow slightly heavier as the rhythm of the wheels continues its soothing pattern. The motion of the train gently rocks the carriage from side to side like a cradle gliding across the rails. Each sway invites your body to relax further into the seat, allowing your shoulders to sink deeper into comfort. Beyond the glass, faint snow begins to fall again. The snowflakes drift slowly through the moonlight, floating softly like tiny glowing feathers descending from the sky. As the train moves forward, the snowflakes swirl gently in the slipstream, creating delicate patterns that vanish almost as quickly as they appear. The mountains grow taller and more dramatic as the train climbs gradually along the winding tracks. Occasionally, the rails curve gently around steep cliffs, revealing breathtaking views of the valleys below. From this height, the world feels vast and quiet, untouched by noise or urgency. A long tunnel soon appears ahead, carved carefully through the solid mountain rock. The entrance rises like a dark archway framed by icicles that glimmer faintly in the moonlight. As the train enters the tunnel, the outside light fades completely, replaced by the soft, steady illumination inside the carriage. The sound of the train shifts slightly inside the tunnel, becoming deeper and more resonant as the vibrations echo through the stone walls surrounding you. The steady rhythm of the wheels continues, but now it carries a soft, hollow tone that feels almost like distant thunder, rolling gently through the mountain. Inside the carriage, the dim lights remain calm and steady. The quiet atmosphere feels cocoon-like, wrapping you in warmth and safety as the train glides smoothly through the darkness. The world outside no longer exists for a moment. Only the gentle motion, the warm air, and the peaceful rhythm remain. Time begins to feel fluid, stretching softly as the train continues through the long tunnel. The gentle rocking of the carriage and the steady hum beneath you encourage your breathing to slow even further. Each inhale feels deeper, each exhale softer, allowing your body to drift closer toward rest. Eventually, a faint glow appears ahead, growing gradually brighter as the train nears the tunnel's end. The moonlight returns slowly, spilling into the carriage windows as the train emerges once more into the open mountain landscape. Outside, the snowfall has thickened slightly, covering the tracks behind the train in a fresh, untouched layer of white. The moon now hangs lower in the sky, casting longer shadows across the mountains and forests. The entire landscape feels even quieter than before, as though the night itself has settled into a deeper sleep. The train continues its steady journey across the silent tracks, carrying you gently through the heart of the mountains. The warmth of the carriage, the soothing rhythm of the wheels, and the peaceful stillness beyond the window blend together into a calm, dreamlike experience. Your body feels completely at ease now, supported by the soft seat and wrapped in gentle warmth. The steady motion of the train becomes almost invisible, felt only as a comforting presence guiding you forward through the night. Far beyond the mountains, the horizon remains hidden beneath layers of snow and darkness, but the journey continues with quiet certainty. The silent tracks stretch endlessly ahead, illuminated only by the soft glow of the train's lights and the fading shimmer of the moon above. As the train glides deeper into the sleeping wilderness, the peaceful rhythm continues without interruption, inviting you to rest, to breathe slowly, and to drift gently alongside the quiet journey through the midnight mountains. The midnight train glides steadily forward, leaving the long stretch of silent tracks behind. The mountains that have guided its journey gradually soften into low hills and gentle plains. The snowfields begin to thin, revealing small patches of earth beneath. Though everything remains calm, untouched, and quiet beneath the lingering moonlight. The sky above begins to shift. Stars twinkle faintly in the distance, but the first hints of dawn are approaching. A pale silver light spreads along the horizon, soft and gradual, casting a gentle glow across the snowy landscape. The mountains, valleys, and plains all take on subtle shades of blue and pink. Blending slowly with the calm darkness of the night, the world feels suspended between two moments: the peaceful night that has passed and the quiet awakening of a new day. Inside the carriage, everything remains warm and still. The soft golden lights above glow faintly, complementing the pale colors of the sky outside. The rocking of the train is smooth and gentle, almost imperceptible now, as though the motion itself has slowed to match the calm of the approaching morning. The hum of the engine blends with the subtle rhythm of the rails, forming a soft, endless lullaby. You feel the journey's rhythm in every part of your body. Your legs are heavy and relaxed. Your arms rest comfortably beneath the blanket. Even your head feels lighter against the soft cushion of the seat. Each breath flows slowly, deeply, without effort, carrying your body further into peaceful stillness. The train approaches the station of arrival. In the distance, faint lights glow through the soft morning haze. The outline of the station emerges slowly, framed by the snowy landscape and the low mountains that rise quietly behind it. Smoke drifts lazily from nearby chimneys, mingling with the faint glow of early light. The scene feels tranquil and welcoming, as if the entire world has paused to greet the train's gentle arrival. The train slows gradually. Its wheels hum softly against the rails, a final, comforting cadence. The gentle rocking subsides almost entirely, replaced by the smooth, steady glide of the carriage along the last section of track. The snow outside reflects the morning light, shimmering faintly as the train moves closer to the platform. Inside the carriage, you remain cocooned in warmth. The blanket is steady and comforting around you. The soft glow of the lights above blends with the faint dawn light filtering through the windows, creating a calm, serene atmosphere. Your eyes are heavy, resting peacefully. Your body feels complete relaxation, as though every movement, every worry, every thought has been eased away by the journey. The train glides onto the platform. A faint bell sounds, soft and unobtrusive. The conductor stands nearby, a calm and reassuring presence, his uniform blending gently with the warm interior light. He moves slowly, carefully, as if understanding that the passengers are still wrapped in the quiet of their sleep. The train stops fully. The gentle hum of the engine fades. The rocking of the carriage ceases. Outside, the first soft rays of sunlight touch the snow and trees, scattering subtle hints of warmth across the landscape. The world feels still and waiting, welcoming those who arrive quietly in its calm embrace. You remain in your seat for a moment longer. There is no rush, no urgency. The journey has brought you gently through the mountains, the forests, the valleys, and the snowfields, carrying you safely through the quiet of night and toward the soft light of morning. Every sense feels calm, every muscle relaxed, every breath slow and steady. Finally, you rise slowly, feeling the gentle support of the seat beneath you and the warmth of the blanket. The carriage feels empty yet full, quiet yet alive with the memory of motion, a peaceful echo of the journey just completed. The station awaits calm and bright, beneath the fading stars and the rising sun. The midnight train has completed its journey. It has carried you through snow, mountains, forests, rivers, and valleys, through deep night and towards the gentle light of dawn. The journey itself has become a lullaby, a steady, calming presence guiding you to rest, renewal, and quiet awakening. Outside, the world begins to stir softly. The snow glows faintly in the morning light. Trees sway gently in the breeze. Distant hills are brushed with the first warm tones of the sun. Everything feels peaceful, gentle, and unhurried. And as you step from the train, carrying the calm and stillness of the journey within you, sleep lingers gently, a quiet companion, ready to continue in dreams, in rest, and in the soft rhythm of your breathing. The journey of the midnight train through the mountains has ended, but its calm, its rhythm, and its quiet beauty remain within you, a lasting echo of the peaceful night